How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to be continuing What If Damon Was in the MCU. The reception on the last two videos have been fantastic so far, and I just have to thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see more, make sure to subscribe to this channel and like the video. As if this video can get 800 likes, then I'll make sure to work on part 4. Huge shout out to all of my patrons who have been sticking with me too, as without their support, I wouldn't be able to do what I do, so thank you all so much. If you want to support the channel and get a bunch of special perks, then make sure to click the link down below to pledge, as it would really mean a whole bunch. Anyways, right off the bat, I had quite a few people in the comments of the last two parts wondering why the TVA wasn't after me for messing with the sacred timeline. Well, number one is because Loki isn't finished yet, so I don't want to add things in here until that show is done. And have an in-universe explanation? Well, let's just say that the Watcher is able to manipulate things in this universe as well, to make it so that I was always meant to show up here. That way, he can get his wish of changing things realized. He won't be able to keep the TVA off of me forever, but for now he can. I'll most likely add the TVA into the series once Loki is wrapped up, so you're going to see them eventually, but not right now. Alright, with that cleared up, let's get right into this video. We begin with me becoming the hero Speed Demon in this universe, and becoming an Avenger. Since the current heroes had to work together to defeat Abomination, the Avengers were able to form a little bit earlier than normal, and get to know each other more. The only ones who haven't become Avengers yet are Thor and Hulk, though they're still together on Asgard. I'm hoping that Loki will actually show up here with the Mind Stone, that way he can get on Earth and Vision can be created eventually. If not, then I really screwed things up big time. Luckily, while hanging with the Avengers, I'm a total geek around them, but besides that, I finally have the resources to get an actual good suit. Since S.H.I.E.L.D. owes me one for being a huge help in defeating Abomination, they make me my own suit for free, with some personal input. Finally, I get my official Avengers Speed Demon costume. Sorry this one isn't live action, but this is just what I would look like if I was in an actual good suit, and not just a knockoff Bucky. In this time period of the Avengers and waiting for Loki to show up, I wonder if there's some things I can do in the meantime to make the roster bigger. That way we can have even more heroes on our side. Nick Fury asked me who I could be thinking of, and a few people come to my head. First one is Captain Marvel, as with her power we could really protect this planet. Fury says it's weird how I know about her, as not many people did. I just tell him I was running around the place looking at some files and found an old one about her. Fury is suspicious of me, but says that she's off-world and most likely not coming back unless they really need her. Plus, many other worlds could use our help more than this one. We already have our own heroes. I think that's fair enough, though there's still a few we could use. Maybe Black Panther, Ant-Man, Shang-Chi? Well, Hank Pym was retired from his Ant-Man work, though Black Panther could be a pretty good recruit in Fury's eyes. We just need to find a way to track him down. I say though that I could be there in a flash pad to write coordinates. Fury is once again wondering how it is I know so much, but I try to come up with a good excuse for this one, as, when I was a little boy I was saved by the Black Panther. And have totally been traveling the world looking for heroes like that ever since. Totally how I came in contact with Thor and Hulk and all the others. Fury doesn't really like how I have so much information and tells me I probably found some stuff about everybody by zooming around and looking at files I'm not supposed to. He tells me anyway about the location, so I put on my brand new Speed Demon suit and rush off toward Wakanda. Luckily, since I'm so fast, I can move from continent to continent due to me being able to run on water. It's pretty awesome to run on water, and now I can actually travel anywhere I want. The reason I couldn't go anywhere before I had my powers was because I didn't have any money or anything to travel with. But now that I can run on water, I can pretty much go anywhere I please in such a short amount of time. It takes a little bit for me to find the entrance to the Wakandan city, and as I try to get in, I am attacked with a Dora Milaje for being an outsider and attempting to enter the city. I am able to dodge out of the way and crash into them to send them flying back. Of course, I'm not a match for them in hand-to-hand combat, but I'm just too fast that it doesn't even matter. I try to explain that I'm only fighting back since they attacked first, and all I want to do is talk to T'Challa, the Black Panther. The Dora Milaje asks how I know who the Black Panther is, and I hear T'Challa behind me asking, yeah, how do I know who he is? He is all suited up in his Black Panther costume, and I tell him my name is Speed Demon, and I was sent here from S.H.I.E.L.D. headquarters in the United States. I'm only here to ask if you'd like to join the Avengers team to stop an upcoming alien threat that will destroy the planet. Black Panther says that Wakanda keeps himself separate from the outside world, and if aliens try coming to this planet, then he needs to stay here and protect the Wakandans. Of course, it wouldn't be that easy. I tell him that the attack is going to be in New York sometime soon, and we have a lot of heroes there at the moment, but we could need some more to protect more lives, and prevent the aliens from spreading out through the world. Black Panther is having difficulty believing me, so I tell him I can show him that I'm not lying by bringing him to S.H.I.E.L.D. myself. It'll only take a few seconds, and Fury will be able to explain the situation better than I can. Black Panther asks how he'll be able to get there in a few seconds, so I just grab onto him and quickly run all the way back home. I need to stop every couple of seconds to not kill him, but luckily his suit can handle moving that fast, so I'm able to move faster than how I normally could carrying a normal person. Black Panther and I appear in Fury's room, scaring the crap out of him and T'Challa. He looks around asking where we are, and Fury says that bringing him here wasn't part of the plan, but that I'm not the best at conversation, so it's probably a good idea. Fury is able to convince T'Challa to stay for a little while, and talk with the other Avengers. That way, if he ever needs help in Wakanda, he has his allies here he can count on. Black Panther becomes a temporary Avenger for the time being, and while he is here, I ask him if there's a way he can teach me how to fight like his people do. He is really great in hand-to-hand combat, and that is something I need to get better in if I want to help out some more. Sure, I can dodge and move really fast, but if I can't deal any damage at all, then what's the point? T'Challa agrees to help, as it can be payback for me almost making him throw up on the way here. The two of us go into training room and I begin to be trained under the Black Panther in combat. His fighting style is very unique, and I am taught to do some powerful sweeping kicks, slashing attacks, and being able to transition from attack to defense in combat. His fighting style blends nicely with my abilities, since I can do a very powerful sweep kick with my extremely fast-moving legs, and if I slash like a panther fast enough, I can send out a gush of air to knock somebody over with. Similar to an attack from Aang in Avatar, or what Goku did against Chi-Chi in their world tournament. I improve a whole hell of a lot from Black Panther in my skills department, so now I can actually put up a good fight if I ever get into one. One day while training with T'Challa, we get a call from Fury saying that Loki has finally made his way to Earth. I ask him if everybody is okay, and he says that he took the Tesseract and was able to mind control Selvig and Clint. Now I already knew this was going to happen, but it still hurts, since I know Selvig and Clint personally now, and we need to find a way to get them back. Luckily there's no need to put the Avengers Initiative together now, since they are already formed. The big thing now is to just be able to find Loki and stop him from killing. There is no Bruce here to look for gamma radiation emitting from the Tesseract, so I am tasked to run around our last known location to see if I can bump into him. I of course already know that he'll be in Germany, and begin to run around the area attempting to find out where in Germany he is. It takes a little while since Germany is a big place, but I find out that he is in Stuttgart. The team travels there to take Loki on, and this time Loki tries his best not to surrender, as he knows that there isn't a Hulk around to divide the team this time, and just needs to wait a little bit longer. Of course, with all the Avengers around, he doesn't stand a chance, is defeated, and taken into custody. On the way back in the plane, Thor still arrives back as normal, and takes Loki for himself. Cap, Black Panther, and Iron Man jump out to stop him, and I'm kinda mad since I know I'll be a little late to stop them from fighting. I grab a parachute and jump out, hoping I can stop them from attacking Thor. I show up in the middle of Thor vs. Black Panther and Iron Man, appearing in front of Thor asking if he remembers me. Thor goes to swing on my head, but I duck, and with a super fast slash, an air current sends him flying back. I take off my mask and goggles, saying I'm the one he saved back into hospital. Thor immediately stops attacking and says it's good to finally formally meet me, and if this is all part of my plan to help him. I tell him that yes, that I knew Loki was going to show up here, and we're able to protect him now from Asgard since we knew he would come here. Thor says that's great, and apologizes for attacking the others. He'll be joining us now to talk to me more, and to make sure we find out Loki's plan. Back on the Helicarrier, Thor and I talk some more, and I reveal that once Loki is defeated here properly, he'll be able to stay in Asgard prison and not hurt anybody ever again. He only needed to come here to be able to have the Avengers form. Thor tells me that it's interesting how I am some sort of prophet, and that his lightning was able to give me powers of my own. It means a lot to me that Thor is impressed with me. I ask how Bruce is doing, and Thor says he's making amazing progress. Him and the Hulk are starting to work things out internally now, and he can control his rage very well. He's getting better, but he wants to be able to fully control the Hulk, and not have him come out to hurt anybody at all anymore. They still have a while to go, but they're almost there. As Thor gets to know the group, Hawkeye shows up and begins to destroy the Helicarrier. Since the group isn't as hot-headed this time and actually works together, they're able to keep the Helicarrier up longer, and fight all the brainwashed soldiers infiltrating. Hawkeye is saved, and while Thor gets trapped in trying to get to Loki, Phil Coulson shows up to stop him. Before he is killed, I'm able to rush in and knock Loki away, getting Coulson out of there before his death. Loki uses me getting Coulson out of there as a means to escape, and I'm able to get Thor out of the prison before he is shot out into the ground. Loki managed to escape, but there's a lot less injury this time, as all of us were working together, and there was a lot less chaos. As the ship begins to get taken into working order, Coulson thanks me for saving his life, and I tell him that I couldn't just let him die. After all, he's the Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., who helped to bring everybody together. He should hang back for the time being to make sure Loki doesn't get near him again. After Tony finds out where Loki could be headed, we all make our way as a team to Stark Tower, where the wormhole is opened, and the Chitauri begin to invade. All of us Avengers get close together, wish each other luck, and then go off to defend New York. We are at a slight disadvantage without a Hulk, but luckily we have me and Black Panther there now to do some more. Black Panther is able to go around and not take much damage from the Chitauri, as his suit absorbs all of their blows and he can dish it back at them just as hard. While I just run around the city saving people by moving them out of the way, and using my new skills I learned from T'Challa to take out some of the Chitauri myself. While we all work pretty well together, it's still not enough to take on all the aliens by ourselves, especially the Leviathans flying around, who are taking out many buildings since Hulk isn't jumping around to stop them. Luckily, Thor's the heavy hitter against them, and begins to take many more of them on in the air, while Black Panther and Captain America work better on the ground to hold off the others. Loki is still directing them from Stark Tower, and he begins to go after Black Widow. He throws one of his daggers right at her, but luckily, I'm able to grab it in the air and throw it right back at him. The dagger hits Loki in the chest, and I rush towards him to push him right off the building. Loki falls straight towards the ground below, and crashes hard onto the pavement. Not dead though, since he is a lot more durable than a regular person, but still as crippled as he was when Hulk slammed him around. Since he could survive Hulk smashing him against the ground, he can definitely survive being thrown off of a building. With Loki defeated, Tony is able to send a nuke flying back towards the Chitauri as normal, and they're all killed right away with their ship destroyed. Tony begins to fall back from space, but I'm able to run up a building, jump off of it, and catch him, landing onto another building nearby. Sure, I was able to save him, but I was pretty injured landing. The others come up to us to see if we're okay, and luckily, Tony wakes up without even needing a Hulk to scream this time. The Battle of New York is over. We won! Thor goes to take Loki back into custody, as more S.H.I.E.L.D. agents go to take Loki's scepter back with them. Of course, I know that these guys are Hydra, but if I try to stop them from taking Loki's scepter now, then Wanda and Pietro will never get their powers, and I can't have that happen. Unfortunately, I need to let the villains take this one. We all congratulate each other, and go to have a quick bite to eat. But as I'm following everybody to go and have some shawarma, I see an orange glow around my feet. I look down and wonder what that could be, and suddenly, I lose my footing and fall through the ground into an empty room. Did I just fall through a magic portal? Like the ones Doctor Strange makes? But how? What just happened? Suddenly, the person in front of me takes her sling ring off and puts it back into her pocket. My jaw drops. No way! Kara steps out from the dark, saying she's glad she finally found me. And that's where we're going to be leaving this episode for right now. I really hope you guys enjoyed this part of What If Damon was in the MCU. I had a lot of fun writing this version of the Avengers movie, and incorporating a lot of new faces and making a difference. I hope you guys really enjoyed it too, and seeing a brand new suit of mine. Remember, if you want to see a part 4, then make sure to subscribe and get this video to 800 likes. That would really help out a lot. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and until we meet again, see you later!